Sometimes you set your controller down to go to the bathroom or answer a phone call, and you get back only to discover that your character has a mind of their own. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 video game idle animations. For this list, we've selected the 10 most memorable video game animations that occur when the user doesn't touch the controls and makes the character just stand around. Number 10. Niko Bellic, Grand Theft Auto 4. Nobody's ever claimed that Niko Bellic, the protagonist of Grand Theft Auto 4, was very cultured or an example of perfect manners. He's definitely rough around the edges, as these animations certainly prove. I guess he can't just stand around and have a smoke or have a seat and wait patiently.
Maybe that is no excuse. But I need money.
But that's way too much to ask from a Grand Theft Auto protagonist.
Stay down!
Number 9. The Umpire, Ken Griffey Jr.'s winning run.
Strike one!
Can you imagine if, in a World Series game, the Red Sox best hitter steps up to the plate, getting ready to try to hit a homer? The pitcher is also ready to throw his best pitch, and then nothing happens. Everyone just stands still waiting. If that happens in Ken Griffey Jr.'s winning run, then the umpire does this.
Play again, kid!
This idle animation actually makes sense, because in real life, the umpire probably would be the one to intervene and get the game going again.
Fly ball!
Number 8. Gordon Freeman, Half-Life. As one of the greatest PC games ever, Half-Life is filled with imaginative settings, cool weapons, and interesting characters. Snarks are a great example. They double as a quick, hard-to-hit explosive enemy and as a grenade-type weapon if you pick up their egg sacs. While Gordon is holding a Snark, lining up a throw, some funny idle animations occur, such as Gordon teasing the Snark with his finger, and the Snark trying to escape from Gordon's clutches. Who's ya cute little Snarky? Number 7. Mario, Super Mario 64.
Here we go!
As the most recognizable video game character of all time, it makes sense that Mario has some pretty adorable animations in one of his most iconic titles, Mario 64. If you leave him still, he slowly falls asleep.
I'm tired.
Of course, ever the Italian stereotype. Mario only has one thing on his mind when he's dreaming. Nope, not Princess Peach. Mario will talk in his sleep, happily dreaming about various Italian cuisines like ravioli.
Night, nighty. Spaghetti.
Stereotypes aside, Mario's voice actor apparently ad-libbed all these lines because he wasn't given any script to read for these bits.
Mamma mia.
Number 6. Jazz Jackrabbit, Jazz Jackrabbit 2.
Hey, come on, what's up?
An old-school platforming series for the home computer, Jazz Jackrabbit featured the title protagonist as he made his way across strange universes in an attempt to save the princess of his world, Carotis. Jazz is your typical 90s gaming mascot, with lots of sass and a real wisecracking attitude. Though the games are somewhat obscure, Jazz and his partner Spaz's idle animations are certainly memorable. They'll yell at the player, eat carrots, and in the case of Spaz, eat a bird that landed peacefully on his arm. Weird. Number 5. Artyom, Metro 2033. For such a bleak game, Metro 2033 has a surprisingly funny and tongue-in-cheek set of idle animations. Carrying around that huge arsenal of experimental weaponry must be absolute murder for your back. Most FPS games take for granted that your character must have superhuman strength, or at least giant pockets.
Something's moving in the next room.
Metro 2033 gets extra points for having a wide variety of different idle animations, different ones for each gun, and for poking fun at the ridiculous physics involved in most FPS games. Number 4. Banjo and Kazooie, Banjo Kazooie. Though they're technically a team, Banjo and Kazooie have a pretty contentious relationship. Well, it's more like Kazooie, the bird is kind of a jerk sometimes. This is especially apparent in the game's idle animations. If you take too long to get Banjo going, Kazooie pops out of his backpack and starts pecking Banjo's head off, forcing him to retaliate by wringing her neck, Simpson style. Still, despite their antagonistic relationship, Banjo and Kazooie always manage to get the job done. Number 3. Conker, Conker's Bad Fur Day.
She's gross.
Conker is a squirrel with attitude. Originally pitched as a kids game, Rare switched gears with Conker halfway through development and decided to focus on mature humor.
Oh no! I think I've had too much!
In contrast to the game's brash style, though, Conker's idle animations are fairly tame. He plays the yo-yo, juggles, and whistles along to the game's soundtrack. The coolest one by far, though, is when he whips out a Game Boy. And if you listen carefully, you'll notice the game he's playing is Killer Instinct 2, another of Rare's hit games.
Oh, I don't believe that. Combo scrumble. Oh, I don't believe that.
Number 2. Earthworm Jim, Earthworm Jim. There were plenty of gross, immature platformers in the 16-bit era, but Earthworm Jim was one of the most memorable. Jim was a regular earthworm whose fate was forever changed when a futuristic spacesuit plummeted from the sky and landed on him, turning him into a man-worm cyborg thing.
Groovy!
The game itself is a fun side-scroller, but leave Jim still for too long and he does some funny stuff, like using his worm head as a skipping rope, singing the opera, quite badly, and accidentally shooting himself in the face with his own blaster. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1. Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog series. Sonic the Hedgehog is known for his ability to reach insane top speeds once he gets going. So what's the opposite of running insanely fast? Standing totally still, of course. Sonic gets really frustrated if you leave him hanging out. He'll start tapping his foot impatiently, looking directly into the screen, and making pointing motions towards the end of the level. In fact, Sonic is so impatient that in the Sega CD version, he'll actually jump off the screen and kill himself if you wait too long. Dude loves speed, can you blame him?
I'm out of here.
Do you agree with our list? Did we forget any memorable video game idle animations? For more toe-tapping top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Hey, I'd like to get home at some point. Thank you very much.